1994, more than 2 years after Eastern Airline landed in bankruptcy, the airline is headed back and flying out of Atlanta.
Dedicated, determined dependables at 11.
Good evening, I'm Brenda Wood.
And I'm John Marler. What's old is new again. Eastern Airlines, which disappeared from the skies 3 years ago, is coming back with a new name, a new concept, and it's coming back to Atlanta. Well, the announcement was made late tonight at an airline conference in Las Vegas. Was the second largest airline operating at Hartsfield Airport. Crippled in the midst of bitter labor disputes, it filed for bankruptcy in 1989. In 1991, it ceased flying after 65 years in the air. Thousands in the Atlanta area were suddenly out of work. Since then, trustee Martin Shagru has been overseeing the dismantling of what was Eastern. But tonight he announced many of the remaining assets of Eastern will be used to form East Airlines. He says the airline will most likely resemble low-cost Southwest Airlines. In his words, it will be peanuts and beer. He says the airline will target overpriced markets where one or two airlines dominate. That's why he said it will operate from Atlanta, Indianapolis, and Philadelphia. Now, initial destinations will be Boston, Orlando, Tampa, and Detroit. East Airlines intends to have both first-class and economy seating, though Shagru promises prices will be on par with the cheapest fares available. Shagru says East intends to begin flying by October, and he says the plan has the full approval of the bankruptcy court. Now, late tonight, I talked with Rhonda Copenny at Hartsfield Airport. She tells me they've heard stories out there about Eastern making a comeback, but no commitments have been made for space at Hartsfield. But then she added, there's plenty of space available, and a new airline would be welcome.
Again, new people are trying to start up a new Eastern by this fall with Atlanta as a key city. As you know, Eastern went out of business in 1989, and since then, a court-appointed trustee, Martin Shagru, has been trying to get financial backing for a new Eastern Airlines. And he says now that Eastern could be up and running by October. The only thing standing in his way is the need to raise about $100 million. This new Eastern would be a low-fare carrier. Early plans would be for Eastern to go to Philadelphia and Indianapolis in its service to and from Atlanta.
For employees. And that's encouraging news to people like Lou Heisel. Since he and 7,000 others lost their jobs when Eastern died, he's been working for Clayton County government. He used to be a pilot.
I miss it every day. You see, I still live in the flight pattern here in Clayton County, and I still see airplanes every day. Occasionally I have an occasion to fly, and I miss not being in the cockpit then.
The court-appointed trustee of bankrupt Eastern came to town today to promote the new airline.
We would welcome the opportunity to reemploy people who are highly qualified, dedicated, loyal, and wonderful people in the new venture. So,
Shagru says the airline would start small with only 37 aircraft. It anticipates half of its customers will pay business fares and the other half paying discount fares. The new airline would operate primarily out of Atlanta, Indianapolis, and Philadelphia with service to 11 cities. A lot of former Eastern folks very hopeful tonight.
I know it.
To start flying again. The old Eastern folded in 1991. The new Eastern will serve cities east of the Mississippi, concentrating on overpriced and underserved cities. Flights will offer frills and no-frills service to appeal to both business and leisure travelers. The airline will hire 2,000 employees and serve 13 cities to begin with. October is the startup target date.